Hi everyone, my name is Kay, and this is my cave of possibilities. Or it was until it was mostly packed up and sent to the storage unit because we're going to we're going to paint and carpet the entire house. There used to be yarny and knitty stuff over here to the left of me. There used to be cross-stitch stuff over here to the right of me. But I'm still here, stuck in the middle with you. It has been a busy couple of weeks, and I have spent the vast majority of that time packing up my stuff and sending it to a storage unit so that we can go ahead and paint all the walls. The wallpaper is coming off back here behind me. Wallpaper is going to be gone. Recarpet, all the things. Kind of thinking about what maybe I want this room to look like once we're all done, where I want to put the furniture, how much can be moved around, where can it go, that sort of stuff. But because of that, I really haven't done hardly any stitching or any knitting at all. It has just been kept to pretty much a minimum. I come home, I pack a box, I look at the walls, and I'm just exhausted. Because sometimes you're just tired when you come home from work and you can barely function. But neither here nor there. Princess is running around the floor somewhere. She's already annoyed me a couple of times. We've had to restart several times because the camera's been knocked over several times. However, it's all good, right? It's all good. So let's get started with things that have finished. I actually managed to finish my Radvent throw. Nope, this is the Anthology throw by Helen Stewart. And it is knit in the round. And it is just a big, giant, well, think of it as a doily. Round and round and round and round and round. I've got it folded in half, so it's kind of manageable. It was knit from the center all the way out here to the edges. You can see there's a little bit of a lace detail on the edge. It turned out great. It will lay flat, but it desperately needs to be blocked. I don't really have the space right now to block it, so it'll get folded up and tucked away in a bin with all my other yarns and shawls and knit things. And one day, maybe sometime in the fall, this lovely will get to be blocked. I used a merino MCN, merino cashmere nylon set from Love Speckles. Yep, Love Speckles. She is a dyer who is in Australia, and most of her stuff is ready to ship. If you wanted to purchase a yarn advent from her, her theme this year is flowers, it's ready to ship. She doesn't wrap. It's all laid out so you can see exactly the colors you're getting. I'm kind of thinking on this one for this year. I've somehow managed to get this far all the way into July and have only ordered one advent calendar. Then again, truth of the matter is, I have many advent calendars that haven't been knit up yet, so I am trying very hard to be a good girl and not go crazy and spend far more money than needs to be. Anyway, the Anthology throw. This is going to be very fun once I get it blocked. I can even use it right now before it is. It just does not look its best. Cross-stitch finish-wise, I have finished up the Valentine's Day Quaker by Primrose Cottages. This was a great one to work on after I'd filled a handful of boxes or totes or something, and I just wanted something easy to do, and I could just lean back and go, whew. I have stitched this on a piece of 32 count Lugana. The color is Thistle, and it was dyed by the Red Thicket. She's a local dyer here in Utah, and she does beautiful work. I used Gentle Art sampler threads, 2/2, 2 strands over 2 threads of Lugana in the dragon fruit colorway. Really pretty. I'm happy with the way that this has turned out, and looks great. And now it gets to go live in the storage unit. Everything gets to go live in the storage unit. I think over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's been quite a while. I've stitched maybe 3 days on Lady of the Flag, so she doesn't have a heck of a lot of progress to show. I've just been working in this area, but I can't tell you for sure what has been added and what has not. I've added the leaves, all in here. They're done in Kreinik. They're shiny. I would do maybe a strand of Kreinik and then a strand of something else and a strand of Kreinik and a strand of something else as I went along. She's looking pretty good. I have started over here on the banner that goes across the bottom and says Liberty. And so I think as soon as I get this little bit filled in over here, I'm going to move the hoop up over to this side and kind of fill in the middle-ish section over here, and then probably eventually get down to the bottom of Lady of the Flag. So I think it's only been 3 days on her, just because there's so much to do. Oh, I don't recommend moving without moving, because at least if you move, at the end you've got a brand new space and it's kind of exciting. Just moving to carpet and paint is not exciting. Alright, the last cross-stitchy thing that I have spent some time on is the pansy pattern from Owl Forest Embroidery. And this is mostly because I finished up the Valentine's Day Quaker, so I needed something easier to work on. And this is not easier necessarily to work on, but it sure is stunning. So this has seen 1 day of work. Previously I just had the inner border, the yellow border done, and then after that I finished the outer border and then all the little things that are inside the little diamond. This is being stitched on the 28 count suggested fiber, suggested linen that I bought a kit, and it had the linen, so it's the linen and the kit flosses, which are really quite beautiful. Yeah, kind of enjoying this one. Since it is a dark fabric, I'm a lot slower at it, trying to make sure that I am going up in a proper hole, coming down in a proper hole, not getting off count, not going over 1 thread, and not accidentally going over 3 threads. You know, all the travails that happen on a dark fabric. But I am quite pleased with how this is turning out. I have had a few acquisitions and a few adventures in the past, it's almost been a month I think, anyway, since I talked to you last. One of those acquisitions I got off of Etsy is this little pansy and thread holder. I saw that Mischievous Stitches had purchased one of those and her review was quite good of it. What is her name? Mischievous Stitches? It's not coming to me. Anyway, I'd seen these on Etsy and wasn't really sure about what they were or, you know, what they are, because I frequently go trolling Etsy looking for pansy things. And since Mischievous Stitches, somebody in the comments is going to remind me of it, and I'll be like, of course. Anyway, stitched it, reviewed it, so I knew what I was getting, so I felt confident picking that up. And so one of these days I might get to that if we ever get done with the carpet and the paint. And then on June 20th, my knit group went on an adventure to Shepherd's Bush. We rode the train from down here in the Provo-Orem area all the way up to Ogden. And then Shepherd's Bush is about a block and a half. It's not too far from the station. It's really a pleasant 5-7 minute walk. You can almost walk there as fast as you can drive there from the train station. Depends upon how you hit the lights. We had a good time. Let's see. Let's sort through my purchases. I've seen this several times. This is Wilhelmina, right? By Plum Street Samplings. And Shepherd's Bush has done it up in a conversion so that all the flowers are purple. And of course, I need to buy the purple conversion. So that is exactly what I did. Right here. It's their conversion of Flosses. And you can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't, because I'm an absolute disaster. And nothing's going to change that. Purples, purples, purples. Uh-oh, princess. Are you going to get into trouble? Mm-hmm. So, here's all these lovely purples. She is in the way. Hang on, let's reset. Where were we? Wilhelmina with the purples instead of pinks. So, I like that very much. I didn't buy a fabric to go with it just because I know I have a plethora of fabrics, and so I need to go and look through my stash and decide what I want to stitch it on, except the stash is in the storage unit, blah blah blah. Alright. So I purchased that. The fearless leader of our knit group gave us a little bit of a gift card. So I only had to spend $10 of my money. Let's see, I've spent all of that. I picked up a bag of beads that I need for Lady of the Flag. And then I picked up this little Shepherd's Bush sheep pattern. And then I got the kit for the tiny pillow and the little scissor fob. I didn't get the bag for the big one. It's all kitted up. I mean, they have everything ready to go. The chenille, the flosses, everything to finish it up. So that's super cute. And then I still had, well, as I was adding things up, had a couple dollars left, so I picked up a pair of purple handled Ginger scissors. Woo, look at that glare. Anyway, because of course you did. So that was my fabulous haul from our fabulous trip up to Shepherd's Bush. We had lunch across the street at a place called Slackwater. Absolutely delicious pizzas and sandwiches. It was a really nice stop. A lot of fun. I've also noticed that a pair of Hilton hotels has been built across the street from Slackwater. So there's Shepherd's Bush, and across the street this way was Slackwater, and across the street from Slackwater this way were the hotels. So in the back of my mind has decided if I need a retreat to just get away from it all, I can reserve a room at either the Home 2 Suites or the True by Hilton. I'm loyal to Hilton. My aunt worked for them for 100 million years. There are perks. Anyway, go stay at the Hilton, have a retreat weekend, walk across the street for food, walk up the street for Shepherd's Bush, walk down the street the other way to 25th Street, where there's all sorts of little boutique-y stuff and more food and you know, on and on and on and whatever. So we had a great time. And it was really nice to see this little corner of Ogden getting some new development, some new shopping and whatnot. So it was great. Absolutely fantastic. My next venture on June 22nd, I went up to stitching on Saturday at Stitchery Express. I was really surprised to see Summer and Paige there. I met them at the St. George retreat that I went to way back in March. They sat at my table. So we sat together and had a great old time talking and catching up and doing all that stuff. Then Sarah, the redneck bifocal stitcher, dropped by, and she had some, well, it was before her good news, and so she was having a hard time of it at that time, but we did our best to cheer her up, and she was just working on the most beautiful, and now I can't remember the name of the thing, but it has the crows, it's the Patreon Artsy Housewife. Absolutely beautiful. So she's shown that in her most recent Flosstube. You guys should go over and watch her. I really enjoy her. She's She's a Halloween girl at heart, but she doesn't wear it on her sleeve like some people make Halloween their only personality trait, but she still loves it. She just doesn't wear it on her sleeve. Anyway, I put in an order with Summer for some more of the Thistle Lugana that I love, and Coincidence of Coincidences. That came in the mail today. There's her card, Red Thicket. She does a lot of dye to order. There's a lot of her colors and everything are on her website. Hopefully that is a really good picture of it. It's a light pinky purple in Thistle. It's just so pretty. And while I was up there at Stitchery Express, I picked up the new Summer Quaker from Primrose Cottage because they are having a moment. And I'm really enjoying the Quakers. And in a change from history, precedent, what I've been doing, I picked up, Grape Fizz to do the Summer Quaker on the purple thing. Because if I don't have a theme, purple is my main personality trait. Right? So maybe I'll get in with that when I finish up the Alforest Embroidery Pansies, just because I need a few things to do. I expect one of these days I'm going to have to move into my car so that the things that I want to see and use while we're doing the paint, I call it the paint and paper, but it's really the paint and carpet. I still have so much work to do. Project, so I can access my things. And so that's where I've been. The 4th of July was super low-key. We went up to my uncle's house. He has a house that is just behind the stadium, and at the stadium they do the big fireworks show and concert-y thing for Utah County. Provo does the 4th of July, and Salt Lake City does the 24th of July, which is, the easiest way to explain it is the state of Utah's birthday. It's when the Mormon pioneers first arrived into the valley, and it's a state holiday, and there are parades and fireworks, and it's like the 4th of July Part 2, only it's more the state's birthday. Anyway, how did I get off on that tangent? Anyway, had a great time chatting with my cousins, and they had their kids there, and my little nieces were there, and the fireworks were outstanding. There was an accident earlier in the show. I was not in the stadium. I didn't see it happen. I don't know what happened, but from all of the films that have been posted either on Facebook or Instagram or on Twitter, I refuse to call it X, it looked like one of the battery of mortars, instead of forcing them up, it split open, so it looks like, so the mortars were just free to go whichever way they wanted to. Like I say, I wasn't in the stadium. I don't know anything official. There is an official inquiry going on about it, but I wasn't there. I don't know. My guess is just based on the videos that I've seen. So there is that. And we've been preparing the statement reconciliation for the Freedom Festival Board for all of the events that we have hosted and services we've rendered. So that's coming up, and it's going to be a good one. Hang on, we've got cat problems. So things that are left to do. I'm mostly packed up, ready for paint and carpet. I still need to take everything off the walls. As you can see, there's still some stuff back there on the wall behind me, and the wall over here still has a lot of stuff hanging on the walls. I'm down to the really weird stuff, the stuff that doesn't fit in anything super easily. That needs to be packed up. Coming up this Saturday, I believe that's the 20th of June. Nope, it's July, the 20th of July. I'm going to go up to Clearfield and have the Stitch Day on Saturday at Stitchery Express. Looking forward to that. I haven't seen anybody. I've seen the crew there for, it's almost been a month. Last time I was there was the 22nd, and yeah, it's been a month since it'll be the 20th by the time I get up there again. This is Princess. She's purring like a thing, but at least she's letting me hold her. Yeah, at least you're letting me hold you. And then the week after that, the 25th through the 28th, something like that, that Sunday, I'm going to the Stitching Along the River Retreat, which is put on by Magazine of Maine, and that is up in Boise, Idaho. So I'm looking forward to that. But before all of that, on the 23rd of July, I've got to get the billing statement ready for the Freedom Festival board. All right, there goes the cat. The cat is loose. No, don't rub your head. No, no. Come here. Come here, you little turkey. No. But anyway, so that's what is going on here. I don't have a lot of plans other than packing. It's been a theme of this one. That's all I'm doing. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're stitching the things you are really enjoying. Remember, one step forward, one step up. Change comes in a slow, slow rate, and that's okay. Kindness costs you nothing. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye.